This is Rogues on the Road with Matt Froman and Rich Marshall, where we talk food, travel, craft beverages, and everything in between.
Welcome to Rogues on the Road, where we talk food, travel, adventure, and everything in between.
This episode is everything and in between.
Absolutely. A night of seafood, eco shrimp, sustainable caviar, ethically treated lobster, thanks to Victoria, heirloom corn smut beer, and a nice little new thing that is test your limits.
Test your limits.
You came up with that one.
I did. I want to know what your limits are.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to know what my limits are, I guess.
Yeah. So we're gonna be
be finding that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, our usual first topic.
Absolutely. I'm Matt. Obviously, Rich, and always
Man, Gypsy.
our man Gypsy in the corner.
What's going on, boys? How you guys doing? I'm a little rusty right now. It's been a little while since I engineered your show.
Yeah.
I'm a little rusty.
Yeah,
but it'll come back to me.
Yeah, and you're coming off some pretty exciting stuff that will.
Yes, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. That's cool. All right.
Just wait, real quick. I like
Yeah.
how we're all wearing gray T-shirts for some reason.
Are we?
All three of us.
Well,
We're looking good.
we pay a dresser a lot of money.
Wardrobe.
Oh, yeah, wardrobe.
Not a hairdresser.
Clearly.
Speak for yourself.
I am.
I have a lot of product that goes into this. We do actually have a hair person, but you stopped going.
I did.
Yeah.
It was a waste of money.
All right, so tonight's beverage, we actually have a couple of beverages. Tonight's beverage is coming from our friends at Plan B Brewery. Evan.
well done.
Yep. And he's up at a farm up just north of Poughkeepsie, New York. And
He must have been moved up there recently, right? Because he was in Fishkill.
yes, I think it's actually been like a couple of years.
Is it
really? Yeah. He's growing, harvesting, I think, all of his fermentables, and including his yeast. So he gets these funky. You like these?
Yeah, he does a bunch of sours. He knocked out a brilliant. It was like a basil sour a few years ago. Superb.
Yeah. He's got some.
He's got some imagination.
And because we're pushing the limits a little bit tonight, we figured we'd push the limits too with this beer. Because we've got some seafood coming. I'm going to hold this up. Let me see if it comes up. This is a beer that is made not with barley, but with corn. It's known as corn smut beer.
Corn smut beer.
Yeah, corn smut beer.
That's
Now, do you see the name on it?
Huitlacoche.
So, how do you think that is pronounced?
Huitlacoche.
Huitlacoche.
Oh, well done.
Oh.
Is that? I'm totally guessing.
Yeah, it's huitlacoche. Huitlacoche. All right. It's typically a corn fungus that grows on corn, produces a really nice flavor profile, and it's that kind of noble rot kind of thing. I don't think there's any corn smut in this, but it is still pretty cool that it's called huitlacoche. So this is do you have the...
And it's heirloom corns, right?
Yeah, these are not GMO'd Monsanto corn varietals. These are all grown by Evan on his farm. They're heirloom varieties.
Indian corn?
I guess so.
Right.
Gypsy, do you have the opener?
Yes, I do.
Terrific.
Which is brought to us by...
Tonight's opener is brought to us by...
Budweiser. What does this
Eh.
say?
What does it say?
I can't see that from
Oh, you
here.
can't see
It
it?
says Pusser's Rum?
Yeah, Pusser's Rum.
Bleh.
Oh, man. Pusser's You, out of all people, should know Pusser's Rum.
Why?
It's a big part of British heritage.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know rum.
Obviously.
Yeah. All right, I'm trying to...
The pusser.
Yeah, we got to try and...
What's that, wax, is it?
Yeah, it's wax. Evan's wife, I think, is the waxer.
She does a good job.
Very clean.
And I
yeah.
assume they have their own bees.
I don't know if they've got to be...
I think they do. I think when we visited those hives and called Plan B, I would hope so.
Yeah. All right. It's
Yeah, I'll hand it.
So this is it's definitely a hazy type beer. We think it is going to pair well with some of the seafood that we're going to be talking about tonight.
So should I try this now or should I wait till?
I would try it now.
Okay.
So this is huitlacoche. It's an heirloom corn beer out of Plan B Brewery. We can post Plan B as well.
This is good stuff. Well, this is good stuff.
Is it? Yeah, it's unusual that it's not barley, I guess.
We do have to do a cheers to the late Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who was inspiration for us and Rogues on the Road, and we will try and continue your legacy, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So,
if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have adventure food and a lot of bridging of gaps.
I started my travel blog partly because of him.
Yeah.
Stand by Gypsy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain.
Cheers. to you.
Cheers.
Yeah, my mom was
Oh, that's good.
pretty distraught over it.
Yeah, it's
she's
tough.
a big, food travel person.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
loves Anthony Bourdain. She's like, I was talking to her. She was like really upset.
Yeah.
I think it was just so shocking and came so way out of left field that that was a big part of it as well. And people are still trying to process it,
Yeah.
and as well as myself.
Yeah. God bless him.
Yeah. So
So here's to you.
anyway, so we I'm gonna post the here we go. I'll post the huitlacoche, the Plan B Brewery.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
Brina in the chat room says, hi, Rich.
Brian Garner,
Brina.
a fellow teacher.
Okay.
Oh,
Hi,
cool.
Brian.
Hey, Brina.
And
And my mother-in-law,
Oh.
whose happy birthday from 2 weeks ago.
Happy birthday.
that's
Yes,
great.
So,
That's great. Here we go. I'm
and my
posting.
wife is on.
Oh, you got the whole family.
Hey, wifey,
Who's we're missing?
Rosa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she'll be on.
she might be napping.
She'll be on.
Yeah.
She'll be on.
Okay.
All right. So it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
What's going on with you? What's
new and good?
What's new and good?
Well, I have a new, but I'm not so sure it's so good. We went to the Belmont races for my mother-in-law's birthday,
okay.
and it was like a Jersey Shore nightclub.
Oh God.
I thought there was a lot of class at one of those things. Like,
So did I.
Okay.
Not in the cheap seats. There was some interesting people.
Okay.
And beers were $11 a pint.
Ouch.
Yeah.
For what kind of beer?
I was drinking Heineken. It was that or Coors Light.
Jeez, and
Yeah.
it was $11. That's like going to a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But lack of underwear in the house, and
From you or the
Whoa, hold on.
bit of both. So
That's just
yeah,
I just
it was a bucket list that's done and will probably not be repeated.
and a hell of a triple crown, by the way.
It was.
That was a hell of a
It
race.
was.
Yeah.
Who's the winning horse? I don't keep up with that.
It was
Legends.
yeah.
that
Was
right?
it Legend?
I don't know. I should.
Great. Chrissy, help us.
Yeah. Oh, Marianne.
Did you put any money on it?
We only put a couple, and then we put a couple against him.
Okay.
And we put money on him just to have the tickets.
Yeah.
So
We put money on the Kentucky Derby and we won. And speaking of Belmont, I actually had my first experience of going into an OTB.
over the trails of
What?
what's it?
Off-track betting. Off-track betting.
Off track bet.
Not an OTPHJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was last week's
Sorry.
conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, it was called Justify. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chrissy.
It's close. It's
That's
close,
awesome.
Rich. That was close.
Yeah, I will. That was an experience probably similar to going to Belmont
Yeah.
on that race day.
Yeah.
It's something I don't wish to repeat.
No.
Yeah.
It sounds like the trucker stop I went to once when I was helping my buddy out with a satellite truck. We went to go, refill at one of those gas stations where it's only truckers allowed, and it's a plot of land that's probably about 3 acres big.
Yeah.
And you go into the rest stop, and there's nothing but. Best way I can explain it is carnies. Carney
It's
truck drivers.
it's like
weird.
carny folk. I've never. There's a lot of beer. There's a lot of people sitting around.
Yeah.
There's a funky smell in the carpet. It's like old Las Vegas carpet.
Right. Like it really was the carpet from Vegas.
Yeah. Just that
Or Atlantic
whole
City.
thing.
I haven't been in one for years.
So we've won our town. I gotta take you in there.
Yeah.
So
Sounds fun.
all right. So what else you got?
I saw on the Shark Tank the other week. This is kind of
Okay.
cool. I own half an acre of land which needs mowing, and right now can't mow it. But two fellas came up with the lawn version of a what do you call it?
Rhumba.
The lawn Rhumba.
Okay.
So basically, you just program this guy in, and
I just posted that.
He cuts your grass every freaking day.
So wait, it's an automated mower.
Yeah,
Wow. So
Right.
it's a lawnmower with an app.
correct.
Holy
And
shit.
and he goes around and does your thing. Although the Sharks didn't support him, but I think he'll do it. I think the thing costs like $1,800 or something.
Right.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm
You're
I'd
well.
be
You
alright.
actually have lawn. I don't.
yes.
So yeah.
But it feels like it'd almost be like it could go the way of like the Tesla car. Like, what if there's an accident? What if it mows over your dog or something?
Right.
Or the chickens.
Or
Right.
the chicken, right? The chickens or something like
yeah.
that. It
Good one.
confuses feathers with grass.
Well, actually, then that's not that bad because then you've got chicken, you've got grass clippings, you've got chicken salad. It's really not that
It's
bad.
multifunctional.
Right
There you
on.
go. What else we got? There was a cool story on
Yeah.
Facebook. Facebook has so much negative feedback, but this is kind of cool. Some dog went missing from Arizona a few weeks ago, and
Incredible story.
yeah, and he was found. I want to say like a year later in Pennsylvania, and I guess the Arizona couple had a newborn and they couldn't go and pick up their dog, so they did a Facebook campaign to get the dog back from Pennsylvania to Arizona, and 20 different people got involved and did different legs of the race to get him
pun
home, and yeah, there you go. And yeah, he got back, so that's kind of cool. The power of Facebook.
Yeah, and the power of human,
Yeah.
intervention
Absolutely.
and doing the right thing.
I like to think there's more good people than bad in the world.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I know there is, because
Yeah,
if there
there is.
wasn't, this wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't work.
Absolutely.
So.
So
That's a cool story.
That's kind of
You
cool.
shared that story with me last week, and
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah. And for you fellow kayak dorks, there's a
Dude,
there's a
we are kayaking dorks.
yeah, we do, and I'm sure there's fellow ones out there. But there's a new app for paddlers called Go Paddle, I guess.
Yep.
Go Paddle app, and you basically type in the area you want to go paddle. It tells you launching sites and people that are blogging like good areas to go and all that jazz.
It's a great app
Yeah.
because it's opening up. The only sad thing is it's opening up kayaking routes that were kind of less accessible, kind of secret little kind of
More
spots.
experienced.
Right, and now you're getting, when you have this, it just opens
Swarms.
it opens it up to everyone.
So it's like the gentrification of kayaking.
yeah. Well, it's the same thing. What's happening to kayaking?
They've taken our streets,
Oh my
our
God,
streams.
What's happened?
next to be cross-country skiing.
Yeah.
The app.
Yeah, there is.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, they've got snowmobile apps. They've got,
Yeah, that's cool.
it's just like a biking app, but it's for kayaking. And there's also the problem. I was just reading in New Zealand. New Zealand's having a huge problem with destruction of habitat because of
The influx of tourists.
the influx of tourists from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, really? Because they want to go to the location.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when you see these like opening up of obviously Googling all this stuff, you can make your own travel plans.
Yeah,
so people
go
are
where you want.
yeah.
You know who I blame? MSN.com, because every time I go there, they always have the top 10 greatest places to live in the world,
Yeah.
and New Zealand is always number one.
Yeah.
It's always number one.
It is a beautiful country.
So,
Yeah, that's a bucket list.
I was there
Definitely.
many moons ago.
Yeah, I was a little jealous. I remember when you went.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do that.
That's spot on.
Yeah,
So,
we might all three of us plus
one more.
plus one more.
I would not be against that.
We'll chat about that
Yes,
in a
we will.
second. Yeah. Cool, man.
What have you been up to?
Food wise, I'm very excited. Soft shell crab season is happening right now.
Awesome.
Go to a restaurant, go to a good seafood restaurant, find soft shell crabs. They're in season and they are effing delicious. We have a favorite restaurant near us. It's actually a Asian restaurant, and they do soft shell crabs dipped in cornstarch, deep fried, and then served with ginger, onions. It is absolutely phenomenal. We wait every year for this, my wife and I.
Short season, is it?
It's a fairly short season,
Okay.
and then they try and stretch it, because what happens is when the crabs molt, when they shed their shell, it's soft for a certain period of time. Same thing with soft shell lobsters.
Right.
They're sweeter. There's a change in the physiology of the tissue of the meat, so it's actually sweeter.
Right.
And then they'll stretch it out over time, and it ends up being it starts getting hard, and you're like, these aren't soft shell crabs. You know, so
These are crusty.
no,
little guys.
you have them. They're good. Yeah, go ahead, eat. Like,
Have you guys seen that Facebook video of that woman eating an oversized lobster?
No.
And she's this is so, but it's good. Like it looks like a mutant lobster. I'm sure it's from Maine or something like that.
Yeah.
And she's got like a bucket of butter.
Yeah.
And it just looks really good.
It looks really good.
It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, those poor a lobster has to be 7.5 on average 7.5 years old before it's.
Wasn't there a story a few years ago?
Yes.
Like the giant lobster or something, and some woman, she purchased it for fortunes of money.
She actually purchased it from me. This was when I was in college.
Really?
Yeah, my brother and I worked at a commercial lobster,
where I heard
and
this
not
story.
all states allow oversized lobster, which is really cool, because if you're a big old lobster and you are reproducing and you haven't gotten caught, you're a smart bastard, and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
So we had a 30-pound lobster in, well over 100 years old. This woman came in, bought the lobster, went out in the dock, and released it.
That's so cool.
Good for her.
Yeah.
How much you pay for it?
Oh, it was hundreds of dollars.
yeah.
Hundreds of dollars.
Good for her.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
I'll always remember that. It's kind of cool.
Yep.
So, spring forage. We just finished spring foraging, which was pretty good for morel mushrooms. I was super excited about that. Ramps, morel mushrooms. It was a good spring.
Yeah. It was a short spring.
Yeah. And then I went on a hike. I went on a hike called the Stone Church, and this is up near.
Farnstock?
No, it's actually up 22, upstate New York.
Oh.
It is right near, like Dover Plains, New York.
Oh,
just
we've
north
been
of
there,
Dover.
yeah.
And it's a river coming through limestone,
like
and you
cave,
can,
right?
and you can actually walk into this cavern.
Yeah.
It is absolutely incredible. Some Native American chiefs actually hid out there in the 1600s.
Wow.
When they were being chased by the British.
Oh.
And
Did we get them?
I think so.
Good.
I think
Ultimately,
so.
yes.
But it was one of the coolest little short accessible hikes I've been on. Great spot to do a picnic.
If you plan on doing the extended trails, though, they are really badly marked. So
Did you get lost?
my wife and I were there 3 years ago, and we were going for an hour's hike, and 5 hours later we managed to find our way down.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, the
Sounds like
trail.
when I went to Paris.
I peed my pants in Paris.
yeah, you did.
Yeah, because you were lost.
I was stuck on the subway.
Oh my God,
That's right.
that's great. Where was the camera?
Yeah, Paris.
Oh, the memories of Paris.
Seriously, I got him too.
That's great.
So yeah, it was great, and I went to Bar Convent yesterday, which was great. We posted a photo of doing oyster shooters with gin, which is I highly suggest
Yeah, that's
doing
cool.
that. It is phenomenal. Bar Convent usually takes place in Berlin, Germany. It's a big industry for bartenders, cocktails. Dude, hipsters.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, man buns
I
and
bet.
stuff.
Yo,
I
my
bet.
God.
I bet.
It was a lot of shaved heads with like comb overs
That's
and wax like mustaches and tight jeans.
Or linen pants.
Tattoos of like martini glasses.
Yeah,
and, like, yeah,
Or
it-
just like a thin line.
yeah, like yeah.
I got ink.
Yeah,
Right.
it was. We pull into a parking slot. Everything was hipster. It was awesome, and there was like a coffee place, and it had CBD oil coffee.
Oh
and
wow,
Oh,
that's
God.
cool.
Yeah. So yeah,
Cool.
that's all that's been going on with me.
And Gypsy, you've been
Man,
carrying the clubs.
yeah, I'm recuperating, but I got the honor and the privilege to caddy in the 2018 Curtis Cup at Quaker Ridge Golf Course in Scarsdale, New York.
Yay.
Which is the golf course that I worked at, and it was really awesome. Basically, for those that don't know what the Curtis Cup is, this was the 40th one. It's a match between USA versus Great Britain and Ireland and it happens every 2 years. And it got started by the Curtis sisters at like the turn of the century. And these women were not your average women. You can go ahead and YouTube and Google and find out all the details of their story. But basically, they were the ones responsible for starting women's golf, the LPGA, and ultimately the Curtis Cup and this great rivalry. So definitely check that out.
I just posted Curtis Cup on our on the Facebook page.
Awesome. So not only did we, so basically you are caddying for, or I shouldn't say we are caddying, but the players are the top female amateurs in the world.
Oh, cool.
So these aren't just some average hacker, weekend hackers.
Yeah, this is a big
These
deal.
are the top females. So USA had number 1, number 2, number 3, number 5, number 10. Like they had everyone.
Wow.
The top, the lowest ranking on the Great Britain, Ireland side was, I think, 20th. Her name was Olivia McHaffney. McHaffney. And basically it was a draw in a hat, literally.
Okay.
The ladies went up one at a time. We had this very nice kind of presentation inside the clubhouse. Caddies on one side, ladies on the other side, and ladies would go up one at a time, pick our names out of a hat, and that's how we got assigned. So I was on the Great Britain, Ireland side, and I had the honor and pleasure of caddying for Miss Alice Hewson. And she's from Great Britain. She's from London. And
Rich dated her for a while.
I bet. And I have to say, she was the light of the group. She was the funniest person. She reminded me of Melissa McCarthy as far as like a sense of humor.
Cool.
She just kind of had that just kind of raw sense of humor, but at the same time, she would just turn it off and be like, all right, I'm going to hit this 5-iron 180 yards right down the middle. And then, all right, let's talk fart jokes and let's talk about movies and let's talk about this, that, and the third. And it was just great. And, the last caveat that was really different, I'm not used to at work, Fox Sports 1 was there.
Yeah.
And I had cameras on me. I was on TV.
Yeah, we saw you.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I was getting text messages. This is the one time I actually did not keep my phone on me while I was on the golf course. I can't even tell you. There was a moment that, like, they were in the middle of their backswing, and I'm like, I hope my phone doesn't ring. I know I don't have it on me, but I hope I don't make a noise.
It's amazing how attached.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, it wasn't even on me.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to still.
It's like
something.
being at a funeral. You're like, oh god.
It's worse. It's televised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would be fired from my job, God forbid. So anyway, there was a gallery. Folks came out from Great Britain, Ireland. They had a really big turnout from folks overseas, which was great. Players' families and fans came out. Obviously, there was a big American side to it as well. Folks were singing songs, kind of battling in the crowd.
That's cool. Not a Happy Gilmore type thing, but like
not quite as not quite Happy Gilmore, but it was definitely
it was lively.
competitive. Yeah, it was definitely competitive. Definitely got edgy towards the end.
Yeah.
It was 3 days, Friday through Sunday. And they had 3 different formats, Friday and Saturday. In the morning, it was best ball. Basically, it's 2-on-2, and out of the 2 on one side, whoever scored the best on that hole, they would win that hole.
Cool.
And in the afternoon, it was alternate shot. So if it was you and me, you'd hit the ball, then I would hit the ball.
1-1.
Yeah, but one ball played between 2 players on each side.
Oh, it's kind of it's like poker. There's not just one game.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And on Sunday was individual matches, which was great because then you got one-on-one with your player.
Right.
In the
That's
team
cool.
matches, a lot of times the players would consult with each other as far as club selection and where to putt it and stuff like that. But all the caddies felt most at home on Sunday because we got one-on-one with our player. And Alice was kicking ass in the beginning on the first hole. She birdied the first hole, took the early lead. She lipped out on 2 and 3, almost took a 3-shot lead in the beginning, and then on the 4th hole, she hit the flag stick on her second shot on the fucking flag.
Wow!
It was incredible. I mean, she almost could have been 5 up after, or 4 up after 5, but she was only 2 up. Anyway, long story short, she unfortunately the other girl kind of hung around. We never got more than a 2-hole lead, and by 16, she kind of turned it around, and the girl won 2 holes up. I'm sorry, she was 2 up with 1 hole left, so we lost on the 17th hole.
Wow.
So, but it was emotional. It was fun. It was an honor. It was just great.
And
It sounds exciting.
Weather was superb, right?
And the weather was great. It rained a touch on Sunday, but not enough to really bother. Yeah, it didn't ruin it at all.
Right.
And I have to say, on a side note, I thought your caddy schmuck was
My bib.
was really cute.
It's a bib.
That needs a little work, man.
It's a bib. That actually was like you should see the one that I have to wear on a day-to-day basis for work.
Yeah.
It's much worse than that. That one actually was really cool.
Like,
which is, I'm kind of like, I'm like, damn, you actually didn't think it was cool. I thought it was pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's
No,
a
you
little,
didn't
it's
think
a little smart. It's like a thing. It's like a I call it a fromper. It's like a
jumper.
A jumper.
from
That was what Alice kept saying, because
Hi, Rosa.
she she was worried about the weather, and she was like, because these bags are like 50 pounds each. You gotta follow these ladies from the driving range. They had the practice rounds all the week leading up, and she kept talking about her jumper.
Her jumper. My jumper.
Maybe that was Morse code for something else.
Yes.
Anyway, our friend Rosa's in house, and she says, "Have I missed the nutty coffee yet?"
Oh, shh.
And she hasn't, but
moving on
to the nutty coffee.
Well, well, before that, real quick, new project. Do you want to talk real quick about that?
Sure.
Yeah. You want to?
Me?
You. Go for it.
Do it.
All right. New project. It's something that the three of us, plus Tracy Allen.
Former guest,
Q36 Creative. The four of us are getting together. Completely non-sexual. I'm just going to throw that out there.
You got to make that clear. You have to make that clear.
For now. You never know. It could be a little spooning down the road. We are getting together. We are getting an RV. The RV is going to be a mobile editing podcast unit, and we are going around the country, and we are finding amazing stories, activities, adventures.
Organizations.
Right. People, stories.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm excited.
It's called the Nomad Paradigm. And it's currently it's out of infancy and into its toddler stage, but we're very excited. We're going to be posting some. We did a shoot last week, and we'll be posting that video when it comes together. So
and I actually like all our titles. So we got Gypsy the engineer.
Yep.
We've got Matt the distiller.
Yep.
We've got Tracy the photographer. So all decent occupations.
Yeah, of course.
And Rich the Brit.
right.
Not an occupation.
I disagree.
think it is, yeah.
Rosa, you're the Brit here. Brit is a full-time occupation.
I was just about to say that's a full-time job.
That is career
in the
with-
United States.
It's got a 401k. It's got a great retirement.
I have a master's.
You've got.
It doesn't have great dental though.
What's wrong with these?
No.
Yours are okay.
Thank
No,
you.
and it's got a very bland food plan. But it has all the tea and beer you ever want.
That's right. And the lack of gut.
So we're excited. That will.
We will keep you posted as things move
We've
forward.
got some friends involved. It's exciting. So that's happening.
Yeah.
Now.
Nutty coffee.
Oh, are you ready?
I'm ready. Born ready.
All right.
So you want to talk real quick?
This is called the Cavett Coffee.
Civet.
What?
Civet.
Civet coffee?
Civet.
In English, it's Cavett.
It's
sorry.
civet. Civet.
Because it's Asian, right?
It's Asian and African, actually.
Yeah.
It's a feline type mammal from Asia and Africa.
Okay.
This particular civet that we're talking about is an Indonesian civet.
Yeah, it looks like a bit like a mini leopard.
Yes.
Like a bobcat?
Similar.
Okay.
Yeah. And he produces coffee by pooping it out of his butt.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That paints a really strange picture, doesn't it?
Especially since coffee is brown and black as it is.
So, So this civet, I'm going to show you the
Rosa said coffee made from shit.
Yes, I'm going to show you the a photo of the actual excrement.
Do you want me to just Google it?
It is called kopi Luwak, and I'm posting it right now. And
How do you spell that?
Kopi
I got it.
Luwak.
Oh god, this is gonna.
You're gonna love it. I haven't tried it.
Yes, you were about to try it. So
it looks like a granola bar.
it looks like a payday bar, right?
Right.
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 So these civets, they eat the coffee cherries. It's their number one food of choice.
Okay.
They pass it through their digestive systems, and it comes out in a nice peanut log that you see on our Facebook page right now.
It was. I guess it was previously done with the civics in captivity, which they're trying to move away from, and foraging for naturally dropped coffee poop.
Yeah. that is something that we found out. This is a picture of the actual coffee. It is the world's most expensive coffee.
Is it really? How much is it per pound?
It's expensive. This is only a few ounces, and we paid $25 from it.
Wow.
I think it was like 125 a pound.
Pound, yeah.
Wow.
Passing through the digestive system does produce what they say. It's almost got like a low acid content to the coffee. It's fucking delicious coffee.
Okay.
But what Rich was saying, buyer beware.
Right.
Because if you Google this, go onto Amazon, make sure you know where your kopi Luwak is coming from.
Because it might come from someone named Kopi, last name Luwak. It might just be some
That's
dude.
might be right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just-
With a bit of Nescafe in there.
right. Right. A little coffee filter on his bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Maxwell House.
But what's happening is people are cashing in on this, and what Rich was saying, how they're held in captivity and force-fed coffee, and then they collect the poop. So look for wild foraged kopi Luwak. Make sure it's what did you say?
Apparently, my wife just said that was Jack Nicholson's coffee in the bucket list.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah, so he's been around a while.
All right. He knows
So-
what's good. He knows what's
Yeah,
new
there
and
you go.
good.
This is the coffee.
Now, are you serving this to us warm or cold?
Yes, this is warm, but
Okay.
you're going to get served something a little strange. This is
How are we going to get more strange than dog poop?
This is our own concoction. This is Bar Hill barrel-aged gin, milk, and maple syrup.
Interesting. That sounds delicious.
So I'm gonna take this off real quick.
So, a bit like a Bailey's, I guess.
Yeah.
And Bailey's and coffee.
Now, I have to say, this does remind me of Ace Ventura when he was in Africa and he was deathly afraid of bats, and he ate off of guano plates, which was bat poop.
Guano.
So, do you know if they make guano coffee?
No.
They don't. Okay.
Yeah, you probably don't want to eat that. Guano is great for fertilizer, great for gardens.
Okay.
You pay,
Tupperware, too.
Yeah, great for parties. Guano, it's what's for parties. So this
It smells like coffee.
it smells a bit nutty.
Yeah, baby.
So yeah, it's kind of cool. Something that passed through the digestive tract of a.
Not shabby, strong,
That's good.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
delish
You won't-
coffee.
you won't
I'd
find
rather have that in the morning.
Then 7-Eleven. Totally.
Now, gin,
Or Dunkin'.
barrel-aged gin, a little bit of milk, and some maple syrup. And some CBD oil. No, I'm just kidding. Which is pretty unique.
Yeah. Come over for that.
I'll come over.
I think it's worth buying. I think it's worth buying once. I don't know if I would drink this on a daily regimen. Definitely worth trying. Thanks, man. It is a unusual dairy accompaniment to it.
That was good, mate.
You get a little bit of
I like that.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
It's a bit like a Bailey's.
A gin Bailey's. It sounds wrong.
Yeah.
Gin Bailey?
Yeah, gin. Oh, that is copywritten.
A J.
Do you have a gin
JD?
Bailey?
This would be great in the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving.
totally.
Yeah.
This is really good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Well done.
So are we thumbs up on Kopi Luwak?
Yes, thumbs up.
Kopi Luwak.
Thumbs up.
And I'm
thumbs
a coffee
up?
drinker, so
Yep. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Must try. Just make sure it's sustainably gotten and it's foraged, and just look on the package.
Make sure it comes from the source.
Yeah.
And
So
remortgage your house before you purchase.
that's why I only do it once.
Yeah.
That's what life's about. Bucket
There you
list.
go.
That's right.
Yeah.
What else we got? Eco shrimp.
Yeah, we went on a great trip.
did.
That actually sucked.
a great trip that sucked.
Went to
Where'd you go?
So we went to Newburgh, New York.
Okay.
It's called Eco Shrimp, right?
Yeah.
The Eco Shrimp something or other. And we searched for them, and they were no longer in business.
What?
So I guess for the past 3 years, what they've been doing is they've been farming shrimp indoors.
Yep.
And they would bring in salt water, ocean water, And
no, they would actually bring in water, New York City water supply. So actually, water from the Catskill Mountains. They actually had
fresh water.
They actually had to get separate permits from DEP to bring the water in, and then they added the minerals and the salt.
It wasn't from the Hudson River.
No, it's yeah.
Not far from it.
Though the Hudson River is actually very clean. Yeah. It is.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay.
It is very clean.
But they went out of business because that whole process cost so much friggin' money. So what they've done, they've moved up to Maine.
Yeah.
And they're just pulling fresh ocean water out and internally farming there.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's what we uncovered was a lot more. So, Eco Shrimp, although it was very difficult to get in touch with them.
Yeah.
And
impossible.
And it was I felt like we were kind of like journalists trying to figure out what was going on.
Trying to get in North Korea.
We're like knocking on next door neighbors.
Right.
Yeah.
This is in the middle of Newburgh, New York, in a very, very rundown area. Yeah. And it's the last place you think there would be a shrimp farm. But learning about the process and, it's something that's very up and coming. We found 2 other shrimp farms, one in Boston, just outside of Boston, and we found one I think just outside of Baltimore. And it's something that we're seeing on the rise because people
give a shit where their shrimp comes from.
Right, and we found that a lot of shrimp that you're buying, unless you read carefully. It's coming from shrimp farms that are fed horrendous foods. The environmental impact on the oceans, on the shrimp, on your health it's an incredibly just bad thing to eat.
Yeah, right.
But it's so fucking good.
It's delicious. I fucking love
could
shrimp.
eat shrimp.
Love it.
Left, right, and center.
Yeah.
And I guess the 2 farms that we found in Baltimore and in Massachusetts, they can't keep up with supply and demand, right?
Yeah, there's if I'll have to Google it. There's one in Baltimore. They're just out of stock. They just cannot keep it in stock. These are white tiger prawns that are raised sustainably at a supplier in the United States. They sell them the young brood, I guess. Right. And then the shrimp farm raises it.
Yeah.
And it's a great alternative if you want to know where your shrimp comes from. And the more and more research that we did, you should really look to see where your shrimp comes from.
I wish there was like one site.
There is.
There is.
Ding, 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 ding.
Do tell.
The app. Yeah.
And the app is... Oh, I wrote that down too.
Yeah.
My notes
it's a great app. You can download it.
And it's called...
Comes from a great aquarium.
Monterey Bay.
Yes.
The Monterey Bay app.
So the Monterey Bay Aquarium, they've got a great seafood app. And we use it, and it basically tells you whether or not...
It's good, fresh fish. It tells you where it's been caught, who caught it, a little bit of education about the product, and you know where your fish comes from.
Yeah.
It's rated, right?
Yeah, it's rated. So it'll give you a red, green, or yellow status. It tells you... Yeah, just it arms you with a lot more information that when you go to the store,
endangered species, all that.
Right, on seafood, and it's.
I find that's really important because seafood, when it's bad, it can really fuck with you.
Yeah, it can.
I mean, really fuck with you. I mean, I guess if you have it bad steak, you can get sick, but there's nothing worse than seafood sick.
Yeah, and this isn't even bad seafood. So, right. It's just telling you, like, you go to the store and you're like, oh, look at that orange roughy, that looks phenomenal.
Right.
But then you find out where it comes from, how it was caught, and it's a totally different story. Right. And it comes back to our last podcast, like, do you really want to know, or do you just want to eat the fucking fish?
Right. It depends on how drunk I am.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Personally.
Yeah.
I think it's all in moderation.
Happy medium.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Occasionally when we go out, we don't know where our seafood comes from. We're still going to eat it.
Yep.
But the app helps you. Helps you to decide for yourself. And they're updated almost every single day.
Yep.
Wow.
It's a great app. So
good for them.
In celebration of that.
What do you got?
Yeah, can we get some Honey Bees beer?
We got
that huitlacoche.
Huitlacoche.
I love that. as Stewie Griffin would say, wheat. Wheat thins.
Let's do a bit of both, mate.
Rich, what is your favorite seafood?
I want to say oysters.
Oysters.
I hate fish.
Okay.
Won't touch it.
So you don't eat tuna or you eat salmon?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
You won't eat a good salmon
No.
steak?
No. I'm just not a fan of the fish.
Really?
And everyone's like, oh, it doesn't taste like fish. It tastes like fucking fish.
Coffee, beer, and that's taking a 2 second.
Okay.
Matt's taking shrimp. We got
All right.
shrimp. I don't know what I'm going to
Although American shrimp dressing
and shit.
All right, Matt has disappeared momentarily from the studio. So right now it's myself and Rich the Brit just holding things down. What do you got over there?
I'm going to serve you out with these shrimps.
All right.
And we got American cocktail sauce and British cocktail sauce.
Oh, hell yeah.
British cocktail sauce is a bit like your...
Are we going to do like a Pepsi challenge where we don't know which is which? Because I don't know which is which.
Oh, so you're going to do the Pepsi challenge.
Okay, I'll do that. Because I don't think I've had cocktail sauce from London,
England?
from Britain. No, I haven't.
Oh, it's very different. It's a bit like your... no, you're going to find out. So here we go. And we didn't bring plates.
So is shrimp the only seafood that you can kind of handle?
I'll do shrimp. I won't do it hot. I'll only do it cold. I'm weird, mate.
Wait. You don't do it how you don't. How do you do it then?
I'll only eat shrimp cold.
Oh, you only eat it cold.
Yeah.
I see.
I'll do.
What about shrimp scampi? Can you have it with noodles?
Yeah,
no, not so much. Okay.
Just like a shrimp cocktail.
Okay.
I'll do oysters anyway.
Right. You had them on the show. I brought the canned ones. You seem to enjoy those.
They were delicious.
You like those?
I'll do like cockles, winkles, all that.
Okay.
But just not fishy, swimmy fish.
Swishy, swimmy.
Yeah, I'll eat anything, pretty much.
I'm just
dead.
That's in. There isn't.
I'll try anything.
Yeah.
I just don't need it.
Right. God, there isn't much seafood I don't like.
Tilapia.
Fuck, I'm not eating that.
Yeah. I knew there was one. Yeah. I don't think anyone eats.
I don't do tilapia.
If I could be born a fish, I would want to be tilapia because no one would want to eat me.
Right. And unfortunately, tilapia.
Isn't it,
everyone's like, oh, tilapia. Have you had the tilapia? It's so good. Oh, we'll have the tilapia. You should have tilapia. It's all farmed. And
it's horrible for you, right?
And it's not good farm for the most part.
Yeah.
These are farms.
Like a welfare fish?
I don't know if it's a welfare fish.
It might be.
It's definitely it's a broad flavor, palated fish. Like
it's
everyone loves
generic.
it. Oh wow.
Oh, so it's like the neighborhood girl. Everyone.
Which is
Did I throw you off on that one?
Yeah. Sorry. It's good. She was like, tilapia.
Right.
It's good.
Oh, I didn't bring yours. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of farmed fish out there and farmed seafood that is bad.
Right.
It's not good. And it's because of how they raise it. It's big bucks.
Okay.
And
love the Chinaware.
Do you like that?
By the way, yeah.
All right, so these are shrimp that were farmed in a ocean filled with food that was radiated and farmed by kids that
get paid
young,
10 cents
per hour.
It gotcha. Their hands were tied behind their back. They were blindfolded.
These are wild caught shrimp. They're sustainably harvested.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna notice a taste difference, but we did them. We actually cooked them in an IPA and Old Bay seasoning. And you got your. Did you talk about your seasoning?
Not yet.
Yeah.
He's going to try it first.
All right. Which one are we trying? Which one are we trying first?
Well, I just did the American.
I did the British one. No, I did the British. It tastes a lot like
Thousand Island dressing.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
Okay. I didn't want to offend the cook.
No. Mayonnaise, ketchup, paprika, lemon, and vinegar.
I thought I was missing something.
And that so reminds me of going to your house for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to come up for the traditional British Christmas.
I would love to.
Brilliant.
Is it special day? Is it because there's? Wait, is that Boxing Day? Oh no, that's Canada.
No.
All right, I'm trying.
We just get a group of friends over at our house and we do like a traditional Christmas dinner with turkey and Christmas pudding.
Yep.
And
Christmas pudding. What's in Christmas pudding?
it's like a plum pudding, so it's all dried fruit.
Okay.
And then you get brandy, set light to it, pour it over the top, and all that shit. It's good.
I don't know. I've always loved traditional, easy to make cocktail sauce, American style cocktail sauce. But
I will say
the British.
What's in it?
It's literally just chili, ketchup, horseradish, Worcestershire. That's really it. Not chili like chili. It's just
chili
it's like
powder?
chili ketchup.
Right.
Here's Frank. We have somebody writing in. Used to catch flounder out of Mamaroneck Harbor. I'm still alive. The way my mother cooked. That's awesome. Long Island Sound is phenomenal fishing.
Yeah.
We've fished it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the fish that are migratory.
Yeah.
You know, there are 13 sewage treatment facilities along Long Island Sound, but those are a lot more monitored. But it's still difficult when you have these big storms.
Yeah.
But fish out of Long Island Sound are phenomenal. I worked on a commercial lobster boat out of Stamford. Best lobster around, you know, so.
And while you're talking lobster, our friend Victoria, who brought up a few weeks ago when we were talking about humanity or the nice way of killing lobster, she sent us an article, and there's a company out of Maine called Shucks.
No, is it Shucks?
Yeah. And they own the big Mother Shucker. And basically what they do with...
Shut your mouth.
what they do with the Mother Shucker is they put the lobster in, and I guess high pressure water kills the lobster within 6 seconds and removes the shell from the meat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And, right, Matt?
Yeah.
That's how it works?
This is a company, actually, the mother, I'm trying to find, I have it here somewhere.
It's called the Lazy Man's Lobster.
Just real quick, that shrimp, I did notice a difference. It tasted really clean.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Really clean.
And there's a big difference, you know, when you put a little bit of time into knowing where your ingredient is coming from.
Yeah.
Whether, you know, as opposed to just ordering it.
Right.
Because, even what Frank was saying, you know, flounder, winter flounder, summer flounder coming out of Long Island Sound is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's like Dover sole.
Yeah.
You just need, but you know where it's coming from.
I'm doing people.
Yeah. Bluefish.
Yeah.
Bluefish is pretty awful. I've filleted a bluefish with a half digested rat coming out of its stomach.
Oh, my God.
So,
There's that.
yeah, so it's
So wait, as you're pulling it out of the water, or what? When you got it on the boat and cut its stomach open?
yeah, this was I used to work commercial seafood, and you get these bluefish. Bluefish is one fish I will not touch.
Really? Why not?
Because I don't know where it's coming from unless I catch it. It's one of the few fish that comes into a retailer without being cleaned.
I see.
So it could be sitting for hours, days. It comes to you, and then
I see your face changing as you talk about it, man.
Yeah, I won't touch it unless I catch it myself or we catch it.
Right.
And
is there a fish that is known to be, that'll eat anything, so you don't eat it because you don't know what it will, a pig of the sea, so to speak?
Right, bluefish.
Bluefish. Okay, that's where I was kind of going with that figure.
Bluefish.
Okay.
Bluefish are voracious.
Yeah.
And when they get into a feeding frenzy, it's just unbelievable. And then you think about, I have this half digested rat coming out of a bluefish, and I just have to clean it, fillet it, steak it, put it in the.
So wait, you cooked it?
I sold it.
Why?
Because that's what you do. When you work a retail shop, I'm not going to say where this seafood retailer is.
Oh my God! Wait, why wouldn't you just get rid of it? That specific one.
What's wrong with the rat?
Stop.
Yeah, but my question is, where was this bluefish hanging out, right?
Oh my.
So
God.
that's.
Yeah.
So, again, you got to know where you're.
Yeah, I really would need to know.
So
that.
bluefish is the only thing we'll eat if we catch it ourselves.
Gotcha.
We served that at my wedding rehearsal dinner.
We did.
That's good.
We did. So.
And you caught it?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
On my bachelor party.
Nice.
I got the wind of the boat.
Yeah. You got the pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. And they peed out the window. That was great. Was that you or Dave?
I don't know. Both of us probably.
Yeah.
Same time.
Yeah, that's what happens. So I posted Mother Shucker. Mother Shucker, Victoria Elizabeth, a good friend of ours, fan, she has been on very upset about how lobsters are being, steamed to death. They've no.
Dead is dead, though, right?
Yeah, but there's
It's the process of getting to death.
Right.
All right.
Because of how their nervous system is, right? So I typically will basically take a knife through the head before I drop it into to hot water.
Gotcha.
But apparently that they, because of the nervous system,
They feel it.
You're not cutting out the nervous system at that point. They still feel it, right? So this Mother Shucker that Victoria brought up uses high pressure to actually remove oysters.
Oh.
This company's out of I think Louisiana.
Okay.
So this guy, Mother Shucker, which is on our Facebook page right now.
It's 40 minutes from Portland. In Maine.
Right. We're gonna try and head up there.
Yeah.
When you take a lobster out and you basically have tail, claws, knuckles. That's it, right? There's still a lot of little bits of meat that you got
and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard to get through. This pressure
Gets it all.
literally gets all surface area of the lobster, kills it, extracts all of the meat in one little. It looks like an outline of a lobster.
Jesus Christ.
So you're getting a lot more meat.
They can use that in Texas.
There you go. It's quick, and some of the smaller bits of meat, like the knuckles and the legs, are actually the sweetest. It gets cryo sealed and then shipped out, and
They can process 30,000 a day.
That's incredible.
30,000 lobsters a day. Yeah.
And we cooked in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. We would cook 300 pounds, probably two times a day.
Yeah.
And
Those are animals.
Well, yeah, and that was not good. That was a big steam pot, and they would go in, and it was bad. I know. I have restitution. Jeez.
As a kid, that's what we would love that. We'd watch Mom scream, especially crabs. She loves crabs.
Yeah.
And she'd get the bag of crabs, and the bags it would be trying to push out of the bag, and she would drop it as she was trying to put it over to the pot, and she'd drop it in, and you'd watch it, you'd watch it suffer.
Yeah.
And as a kid, you kind of liked it.
Yeah.
It's like the bug under the magnifying glass.
Yeah, but
And you did the lobster races beforehand?
No, we didn't do that.
No.
Because she didn't want it on the floor. She
Yeah,
could
good.
eat it.
Yeah. I got you.
yeah,
That's cool.
Oh wow, Frank, very cool. Oh God, man, Striper is running hard now too. A couple days ago, caught a 52-inch striped bass in the Hudson.
Not shabby.
Now, the Hudson is clean. It is full of zooplankton and phytoplankton. That's why it is murky. It does not mean it's dirty. And the migratory fish in there, stripers are running.
They're loving it.
It's phenomenal. Yeah, good. That's amazing. Fish, eat, lots of striper.
Game on.
So this Mother Shucker, now we can have lobster and not feel guilty anymore.
There you go.
We just have to get it.
I didn't feel guilty before. I'm sorry. I hate to admit it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't eat that much lobster.
Heartless.
I love lobster.
You're
not a big fan.
I'm not. I like ripping it up and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I don't need to eat it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Or crab.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
That hurts. I feel like I'll get you there, but I've been trying to get you there for years.
I'll have Marmite on toast.
Or put Marmite in the lobster.
There you go.
Oh,
There you talking.
Hey.
there we go.
All right, more fish.
Do we want to do that, or do we want to get
Should we
into?
save that?
Let's save. We've got a great thing on caviar, which is all about the sustainability, but we'll talk about that next week because
We got a ton to get through.
yeah. Rich, you came up with this. This is a great idea, man.
Of what's your?
Would you?
Would you ever? What's your limits?
What's your limits?
All right, so
do we have a good little song piece? What's your
see
limit?
what I got.
What's your limits? Oh yeah. What's your limits?
Not this porn that we're gonna.
I have limits. I have limits.
Yeah, I ain't dropping that. So.
Twinkie.
The girls never came. The girls never came.
Safe word.
Do you guys remember that from Euro Trip? He was in the kid was in Amsterdam. And he got really hopped up on like brownies. And he's like,
yes.
And I watched this one porn, and the girls never came. The girls. Anyway.
Anyway.
So yeah, I wanted to I wanted to challenge Matt and find out what his limits are. I've found a few extreme.
Frankie rock too, man.
What?
Frank just said he really digs us, so we
Awesome.
we
Thanks,
love you.
Frank, mate.
Thanks for the support, man.
Thanks, Eric.
That's awesome.
We've got a nice crew on tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. I wanted to find some interesting happenings.
Okay.
They're on the edge of extreme or
Okay.
just disgusting, and
Okay.
watch them and let me know if it's something you would participate in, and you did vice versa.
Yes.
So
All right. Are we going? We got 3 each.
we do.
All right. We're gonna show the first one.
All right, I'm going to show the first one here. I got to jump to the.
This is
Oh wait,
Rich's first one
I think this is it.
of Would You?
Oh my God!
I don't know.
All right, I got to jump to the 310 mark.
Yeah, that's the only one. The others from the beginning.
I'm mildly nervous.
All right, I'm going to hang on.
Should
But
I
you know,
do-
there's still that fear factor in there, knowing that someone's died on a roller coaster you're about to go on. Number 1, Kingda Ka, United States. Kingda Ka opened on May 21st, 2005 in New Jersey. When opened, it was the fastest roller coaster, now surpassed by Formula Rosa, but still retains the title of the world's tallest roller coaster. This record will be broken in 2018 with the release of the new tower roller coaster Skyscraper in Orlando. Kingda Ka starts off with being launched to 128 miles per hour with a hydraulic steam catapult just like the one in Formula Rosa, but then climbs to a 90-degree vertical track 456 feet in the air. The riders experience a 418-foot vertical drop that produces 5 G-forces of pressure. On rare occasions, there's actually a rollback that can happen if there's too much wind pressure going one direction, and say if the roller coaster is too heavy, the roller coaster will actually drop backwards back to the station, and it's actually designed to do this. The coaster is over 3,000 feet long, but only lasts 28 seconds. If you're afraid of heights, yeah, maybe this isn't the roller coaster for you.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope you guys enjoyed this video.
do that?
Please
Yeah.
like and subscribe, and have a great day.
I thought you had a problem with heights.
I fucking
and
hate.
speed.
I fucking hate heights. I will do that. I will absolutely do
After a
that.
couple of
I
Xanax.
might have to wear a diaper, but I will definitely
and
do
pop
that.
a few pills.
No.
No?
No, I would definitely do that.
Gypsy, you into
Gypsy?
that?
No,
You don't
never.
like
I
stuff
hate.
like that?
I hate.
Really?
Hate roller coasters.
I love them.
And I went down to down in Florida, Universal Studios.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how my buddies tricked me. I mean, I was just like not.
They Mr. T'd you?
They kind of sort of
Yeah,
did.
that's
They were
awesome.
literally like, look over here, look over there. Let's get on this line. Keep looking over there. I was like, yeah, we're just because we were getting on those roller coasters where it's like virtual, like you're in the box.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like indoor roller coaster, and I was like, yeah, I can do those, whatever. And they're like, yeah, we're getting on one of those, and there was nothing on the signage or anywhere that said this is a normal roller
yeah.
coaster. And literally, I got in the seat, and as soon as I got in the seat, I was like, wait, what? And the doors opened, and the shit just took off, and it was pretty insane. So, no, I don't like roller coasters.
My only fear, and we'll go on to the next one, but my only fear is that the roller coaster gets stuck like upside down, and you're stuck in that thing.
But you're stuck in that thing.
I would that's where my little panic button would be going off. All right, what do we got next?
Hit it. See, I think you'd do this, but
All right, hang
check
on.
this.
Hang on. Let me start this beginning here.
All right.
In the Bahamas, the world's best cave divers plunge into the abyss. They're exploring underwater caves, littered with mysteries and divers who didn't get out alive.
Per attempt, this is the most dangerous sport on
No. Fuck no. You
love diving.
Blackouts.
no. All right, we can stop this. Fuck that. Fuck that. No. Nope.
No?
No.
They do it.
I've been diving my whole life.
What's your problem?
I would never do that because I know my limits.
Okay, that's good.
Cave diving is a whole new ball game. We have a cave actually right near our house. A diver just died in almost 700 feet of water in an old mine shaft.
Oh, hell no.
This was a couple months ago.
Really?
No.
Oh, I thought you were into all that shit.
I am. Listen. I'll dive and I have limits, but I read one article from a
I
diver.
do a lot of muff diving. It's the only diving I do.
Very not to.
I read an article. A kid went into did a cave dive. There's a lot of sediment, got lost. and he wrote on his tank, "Mom, Dad, I'm sorry, I got lost. I love you."
Jesus.
I read that article. I swore I'd never. I love too many people, and I have too much family and friends that I'm not going to do something that stupid. To
irresponsible.
Right now, and I do have a good friend who's a Navy SEAL, and he lives for that.
Yeah.
He absolutely lives for crazier the better.
Yeah. See,
and he feels at home, and that's great. That's what you do.
I love controlled adrenaline, where I'm not responsible for me.
Yeah.
Someone else's.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Screw that.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Next.
All right. Thank you.
All right, next one.
All right, next one.
Last one from Rich.
All right.
Well, today's the second day, and I'm gonna make my second smoothie. And finally, I found some strawberries, so this is hopefully gonna be my favorite one. We will just have to see.
I'm gonna put bugs in it.
Of course, I got the organic soy beverage
Good.
with vanilla taste
Good
for the
start,
omega-3
right? Yeah.
and calcium in there.
Good.
My strawberries,
Nice.
already cut them up. A banana.
Good.
Some red grapes. These are seedless. And the most important thing is the piece of placenta.
What?
Oh!
No!
I loved it.
No!
No!
Placenta in
You said you'd eat
Whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa, whoa! Like where? Where's that come from?
Well, people in England do placenta pate.
What's?
Because this
Well,
is
she
just
just
Whoa, 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 whoa!
birth.
Shh!
It's huge.
and I just pumped already. It's great.
Where did the placenta come from?
Pregnant.
She gave birth.
That's her placenta?
Yes. It's supposed to be good for the baby.
No!
More placenta.
No! No! No!
So
No!
that was the banana.
As long as I don't have to eat it, it's all good.
No!
I'll give that a
You
go.
said you'd
Last
eat
one was
anything.
huge.
I'll give that a go.
This one's gonna be.
Listen, I'll eat anything that's edible.
It's
That's edible.
She's
Not
about to-
listen.
Drinkable.
Yes.
Not in my fucking book. That is not cricket whatsoever. Listen, we are not living in an age where, I mean,
Supposed to be very good for you. It's a tradition in Lock.
the largest growth spurt in your lifetime is the first year of your life.
Yep.
You need the nutrients. You double your cell count in the first year of life. There's enough on the market that you shouldn't be cooking up your own placenta.
Even Rosa
Drink milk.
said, my wife's like, is it sustainable placenta? Of course it is.
It's organic,
Right,
not
non-GMO.
not non-GMO.
And Rosa's like, it's supposed to be really good for you. So,
That's great.
yeah.
So is cockroach milk, but you don't see me milking little cockroach nips.
And so's lettuce.
I have nipples. Can you milk me?
No, man, let it go. Yeah, those were good. Well done, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Well
We should
done.
do some more.
I'm glad you pushed him to say no to 2 out of 3.
Yeah, right.
All right.
I thought it wouldn't be that much of a pussy.
Yeah, no.
And
That's,
now it's my time.
Yep. No, that's fine. I will wear that with. That's fine. Yeah. Nope. Not me. All right. First one. You got to listen carefully. This is pretty funny. This is in China.
Oh,
See, I've seen this. I might. Oh, it's cracking. Is it cracking?
it is.
Jesus! Oh, God.
Oh, a swing over a cliff? Hell no. Is there a string behind her to hold her just in case? Yeah, there is.
So it's not cracking. It's all digital. These are just digital graphics.
Right.
Well, that swing ain't.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, I need a bit more of a safety harness than that.
No.
She might poop her
no.
pants.
All right. So are you doing this, Rich?
I would do the glass bridge that isn't cracking,
Okay.
and I wouldn't do the swing.
You wouldn't do
Wouldn't
this.
do
I wouldn't do this. I concur.
I would maybe do the swing only because there is a rope holding you back.
Yeah.
But again, it's just kind of. I don't think that's OSHA.
I'm not sure that's in
I don't
it.
think that's OSHA certified. I don't know.
Nah.
I went to Chicago to Willet Tower, and they have that glass extension where you can kind of like step out and look straight down. That was
Yeah.
that was pretty trippy, and I hate.
Yeah, I would do it, but then I would cower and not be able to move, and you would have to drag me off the fake cracking glass.
Yeah.
It's all digital.
Yeah.
It has sound, and it just messes with your head so badly. I do it, but you'd have to. The people freeze. They literally cannot move, and they're
Actually,
screaming.
it's probably easier to do blindfolded. There you go.
I don't know about that because you hear the cracking.
Yeah.
I would freak out.
With some headphones on.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, sensory deprivation. I'm not walking across that. I'm good.
Jeez. All right. What do we got next?
Next.
I forgot what the second one was. Oh, yeah.
Sure, we've got enough rotor clearance for that. Yeah, we're just not gonna have enough room, I'm sorry.
Are you figuring it out yet?
No. They're in a helicopter up to a mountainside.
Yep.
No. They're going to jump and ski that?
You got it.
Screw that.
You ski, Rich?
I do. I like to ski.
He's a very good skier.
Not this year.
Yeah, not this year.
Not even snowboard, skiing.
All right, we can stop it. It's
Are they gonna jump out though?
Yeah, yeah. So this is
nah, not a chance. Not a chance.
pick a line.
There you go.
Pick a line and go.
No, I wouldn't even make the line.
Well, they're not jumping out of the chopper. You're
just falling and hoping that you don't.
Look at that.
Fall.
Oh man,
that is stupid.
I mean, you could call. Look at that. You're done. You're not gonna make.
He is.
Oh
yeah.
my God, he is.
You're
causing an avalanche.
Yeah.
That's something your brother would do.
Have a red. Have a Red Bull.
He fixed it.
Yeah, I mean that's
extreme.
That's insane.
I could see your nephew Garrett doing that.
I could see Garrett doing that. Yeah. Absolutely. I don't think I would do that extreme of a line. But I definitely, that's on my bucket list. I want a heli ski.
Nah, I'm good.
And but you can heli ski like for cruisers, like people on like Norwegian Cruise Line. You're like, oh, I'm so extreme. I went heli skiing. When they take you to a very nice, safe place, you get out of the helicopter at Thunder Ridge, and then you ski down. So, or you can go. This would be the most extreme, where you're jumping out of the helicopter on an insane line. You've got avalanches happening behind you.
I would base jump before I did that.
Would you do in between that?
I would do a smaller mountain.
Yeah.
With less grade.
Yeah. I would love to do that. It's unfortunately it's really expensive. You know, operate a helicopter is like $5,000 an hour. Yeah. You know. So, Gypsy, do you ski?
Nope. I would love to snowboard, but skiing, no. It just freaks me out because I feel like my legs are gonna go in opposite directions.
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
So.
All right.
I'm trying to pull up the last video. Give me one.
Oh yeah. So this is pretty tame. At least I think it is. It involves a little learning.
It didn't work. For some reason, it didn't turn into a URL.
Oh, okay. That's all right. Well, I can explain it. I can paint the picture.
Do it.
There's a few companies that do this around the world, right? Basically, and it's not that expensive. It's a couple grand for a week. You can add on more. Argentina is a great spot to do this. It's safe. It's beautiful. You go down, you get what's called an enduro bike. So it's a motorcycle, but it's not a road bike and it's not a dirt bike. It's in between. It's like a hybrid. Okay. So you can go off trail. They give you a map. They set you up with all the hotels. You pack up your motorcycle for the week and you take off. And it's a mix of trails, mountains, dirt roads.
I would do that.
I would too. On a quad.
No, on a motorcycle. That's kind of you've seen dirt bikes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a dirt bike. It's like a cross between a dirt bike and a road bike.
Right.
They're called enduro bikes. So I kind of wanted to pick something that I thought maybe like.
I'll give that a go.
Yeah.
After a few lessons.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be 50 at some point.
you hope.
Higher hell water.
At some point, I'm going to be 50, and I think that's what I want to do for my 50th.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you just need to learn how to use a bike.
Or sit in a sidecar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, would you guys do like rallies where you have
Gumball rally?
Yeah, where like
Nomad Paradigm. That's a must.
Yeah, totally.
Tracy, if you're listening.
You know what we're talking about? So it's a rally race where it's
that's
like
not motorcycles, though, is it?
No, usually it's a car, but I guess you could have it with the sidecar as well.
Friends of mine was just at that race.
But it's a fun car. Like you get an old hearse or
whatever,
a VW Bug with like.
But you have checkpoints, you have a map, you have clues, and you have to go from point to point.
Isn't it?
There's
the gumball rally.
Yeah. Cannonball Run is based, but there's actual real gumball rallies.
Yeah,
right. We need Tracy if you're listening.
That'd be cool.
Maybe we do that in the RV.
We make our own clues.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I would definitely do a gumball.
Rose's brother's going to the gumball rally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Hey, Sean.
in his Lamborghini.
Nice.
Oh wow, that's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
That's
Not
the
much
way to
leg
do
room
it.
though.
They're becoming more and more popular. I think that's a unanimous.
What, Lamborghinis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you got spare change
They're
around.
struggling.
Yeah. My little brother, little Fro just chimed in. He's
Little Fro, I like that.
little Fro.
He never lets us
Little
down.
Fro, Sean. Hey Sean, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
He's
the
got a
end.
beautiful daughter named Chloe, who's my niece, who can have my wallet, and
Aw.
she's
Go shopping.
That's why. I'm like, here you go. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
All right. I'll get a third
She's
job.
precious. And we're joining the ferry. Are you going to do that?
What?
Oh, we have to do that.
What?
So, if you're interested, up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, there is the Ferry Festival.
Oh,
you did
we were
mention
talked
that.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound fun.
I'm on Rich's side on this one.
Okay, here. All right, are you scared?
No.
Scared's not the word. Just I don't want. Right. Not entertained.
We'll sit in the pub and watch it.
That's right. From the TV.
You build a ferry house, you display it, and then it turns into this big ferry festival. And you
What's
put
a
your
ferry
ferry
house?
wings on, and
I had visions of like a ferry that you drive your car on and go from like England to Calais.
I was thinking about a boat.
F-E-double-R-Y. No. This is F-A-I-R-Y.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
good.
Get your fairy wings, creative, build a house.
This
can
is
have
something you should do with your niece.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's my wife and myself and my brother and
His daughter.
yeah, his daughter and mom.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah. You sure? Can't.
No,
I tried.
did.
Ferry Festival 2018, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. It is awesome. Yeah.
I think that's it for tonight.
I think that's it. So we had 2 out of 3 on the first that we would do.
Yeah.
And would we do all 3 of the others?
I probably would.
Yeah, I'd give a couple of those glass walkways a go.
Now that I
might
know-
I might do the swing.
Yeah. Now that I know that it's not really breaking.
Right.
That's
That's gonna be an adrenaline.
The roller coaster was definitely a no. That was a hell no.
Oh, that's
hell
a hell
no.
yes.
Hell
nah.
yes. Hell yes.
Hell nah.
Hell yes. Placenta.
Placenta. Hell
Smooth.
yeah.
Can I have a new and good food that we forgot to mention?
Yeah.
Little Bees in Terrytown, where we went after our
Oh
shoot.
yeah. That was cool. Little burger
Right?
place.
Little burger place.
And that was awesome. And that's actually kind of trending.
Okay.
I feel like it's these build your own burger places.
Oh, yes. Totally.
And salads and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And salads and
Shit.
shit.
Salads and shit.
Yeah. That's what it says on the menu. Burgers, build your own burger, salads
And shit.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place was great.
Yeah, it
It was
was.
so good. I was so upset I had to leave. I
Yeah.
loved how you guys kept pulling me back, and I kept like saying, "All right, I'll say one more."
Yeah, you stayed a little bit.
Sorry,
Dude, I
Mom.
ate that half a burger in the car on the way down.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, and I realized
So
that after you
good.
left with my half a burger,
You were mad.
You're
that
so
I was
hungry.
mad. I was still fucking hungry.
Mad. You're like, no, I'm only gonna eat half.
Yeah, I'm only gonna. No, I wanted the other half.
I bet you did.
I'm sorry, man.
No problem.
I'd give you my half burger again, because that's how we roll.
That is
it.
how we roll.
That's how we roll.
All right, guys. We will see you in a few weeks.
Yeah, possibly 2 weeks. There might be another conflict. We'll see.
Yeah.
But maybe the Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll see. Oh, you might be away.
I might be away.
Ooh, on a new adventure. All right.
Dum dum.
Well, thank you guys. Make sure you follow us.
Instagram, Facebook, Rogues Experience, and love you.
And we're getting a lot more people commenting on things that they want us to talk about.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
please, we encourage. Frank, thank you. Share some stuff if you want stuff that subjects you want us to look into. We will.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Give us content.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
Carry on.
Carry on.
This is Rogues on the Road with Matt Froman and Rich Marshall, where we talk food, travel, craft beverages, and everything in between.